find something you can sit on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the NBA SA Show.
It's time to shoot some hoops. Get ready for the thrill. NBA SA is on. Let's see who got the skill. From dunks to three-pointers, we got it all for you. Tune in and join the action. There's nothing else to do. NBA SA, NBA SA, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
We go live in 3, 2. Season 5 episode, I think it's 3 or 4, I'm not sure.
Details.
Yeah. Cook,
The P to D
Tom,
episode.
Stevie, all here, and they're not even serious, as you can see. I can't. Yeah. Welcome to the show. A lot has happened in the NBA. It is 2026. Loads of trades have happened. Our last chat, OKC looked like they can't lose it all, and I think that has disappeared a little bit.
I haven't won since.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's first introduce everybody in case this is your first time you're watching. To my right, Kirk Daniels. How long have you been playing basketball, bro?
Yo,
Real question. How long have you been in the game?
up 50 years.
Wow! To my left, Tim Maltino. How long have you been in the game, bro?
Actually, wasn't ready for that because I'm not convinced that what he gave you was the right answer.
Nah, it's the right answer. It's the right answer.
KD's as old as the dinosaurs. He actually invented basketball.
Yeah.
He rebounded for Naismith.
How long have you been in the game?
How old are you? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How old are you?
25. It's got to be close to 30 years.
Yeah. Stevie? I know you started a bit late.
Seems not even 30 years.
2008.
Late.
2008.
2008.
2008, so what's that, 17, 18 years?
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow. So as you can hear,
Black bloomer.
How long have you been
Yeah,
playing?
this-
I've
when
been
he was
playing since I was grade 4, so I was 10.
Yo, so
I've been
5
playing-
years.
Yes. Alright, let's start the show with OKC. OKC started off the season with a bang. Couldn't lose a match, and their best player, Shea, never even played the fourth quarter. It was just a beauty to watch. Kirk, I'm going to start with you. What has happened, bro? Have other teams caught up? Is this the part of the season where they're testing new things? Why do you think this has happened to OKC? And is this just part of being a good team?
So, we forget that OKC are the defending champs, right?
Yeah.
And every time a team steps onto the court against them, they're using it as their barometer for the season. They want to see where they are in terms of their championship run.
Yeah.
So every game is like a playoff game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it weighs on you. They played 25 or 28 amazing games.
Come in, bro. I'm not gonna stand there. Say hi to the Brian. Caleb is our Brian.
Maybe.
Hey! No.
No. Now we're gonna have quiet food. We're gonna have quiet food. That's not quiet food.
He's like, you didn't thank me the last time. Say something.
Not the Monday.
Oh, he's not gonna He just came here to show you.
He just wanted to show his voice. Sometimes you wanna stick it and show your voice. That's all.
I like your face.
That's all.
I like that voice.
Tie me up with the feet.
And that's what every team wants to do against OKC.
Yeah.
I like your face.
Well played.
Yeah. Timmy, can OKC keep it up? That's what I want to know.
The losing or the winning?
Nah, just can they keep us up with where they are at? Because they're still really good. Even the games that they've lost by just. So you never know. My question is, back to back is hard. From what you've seen, they played just over 30 games, so they're still very far from the end.
Yeah.
But from what you've seen, do you see them continuing the streak with winning, doing well, going all the way? What do you see happen with OKC?
So they remain the number 1 team in the NBA. First of all.
All the way.
Currently.
Yeah, I mean, currently they are still the number 1 team. Yeah, absolutely. The problem with them losing now has got nothing to do with the games that they're losing. And the problem is actually the losing the fear factor that other teams have had.
Yes.
The worst thing that you can do is allowing other teams to believe that you can be beaten. Yeah. You think, and even across sports, right? You guys are all Man U fans. There was a time when that Manchester United team was so good that even if they were losing and it was in the 88th minute, the other opposing team would still believe that they could lose. And then that one goal tie would happen, and then it almost felt inevitable.
That's the best thing in sport.
And the
You can do that, yeah.
And
completely
so
out of it.
the Thunder had that at the beginning of the season, and those 3 losses to the Spurs meant that actually everybody became less afraid, right? And then all of a sudden there was some form of game plan that worked against them, right? And then they could stop bullying teams, right? And then all of a sudden the refs maybe don't give everything to you, and all of these factors start applying, and you have a team that believes, you've got a team that's bigger than them. The reality is that Shea has been carrying them, and at some stage the dude's gonna get tired.
Yeah.
It's hard to shoot so many free throws.
Ask Luka.
Hard! And so they're good, yes they're good, but I think it's really good for the sport and for everybody watching and the casuals and maybe everybody that's not a Thunder fan and maybe even people who are Thunder fans. It's good for them not to be completely
You've been a
dominant.
Mavs fan for too long. It's not nice supporting a losing team.
Speaking of Boston Celtics.
No,
Okay.
Before we get there, I think it's very much a knee-jerk reaction to like 2 big coaches really standing up for their teams, and now you're not shooting as many free throws as you once were, so it changes the game. And then also, I think it's the Spurs that play like the 3-guard lineup that really challenges OKC's defense, and other teams are now watching this, and like Katie says, teams use you as a measuring stick. So we see what works with other teams and we kind of replicate what might. So they can't stunt the offense and then switch everything. Especially you have 3 guards really attacking the rim, which we don't often see anymore. And I think maybe guys are picking up on that and finding out how to capitalize it. And their big thing is the defense. Despite how good they are offensively, they're a really, really good defensive team. And I think that they're struggling with that.
Speaking of Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, they are second in the West, Kirk. I don't think I even expected them with Victor Wembanyama getting injured. I didn't think they were going to play this well without him. And their record actually shows they play great without him. And Fox has been unbelievable.
I mean, it doesn't help that you have Fox as your.
But what do you see? What do you
He makes
see?
a good point. Like, they've got 3 guards that can all handle the ball and play with the ball in hand very well. I mean, yes. So having those 3 guys run at you consistently and they attack the rim really interestingly. It will be interesting to see how many threes they take per game. But I don't think they're high up on the rankings for threes taken because of the fact that Castle, Fox, and Harper Champagne. You can slot any one of them in that third slot, and they're just relentless. And the way they move the ball and find the delayed cut and the guy cutting to the basket, they play that very well.
Spurs? Thoughts? What do you see?
Again, you manage Victor Wembanyama well now, and I think they have done with him coming back from his injury. You have, like we said, 3 guards that poses a challenge to a lot of defenses. I think, playoffs, second round, third round.
If you're the coach of the Spurs, Victor gets injured and he comes back. They decided to bring him off the bench for a couple of games. In fact, the last few games he was still coming off the bench. Do you do the same as a coach? Would you bench him, or do you start him because he's Victor Wembanyama?
So I think
Your coaching style.
I think that completely depends on the player that you have. Because not all players have the same mentality. And Victor happens to be an incredibly mature young player. And he seems to understand the moment. He seems to understand how to maximize that moment. So he plays great in big moments.
Yes.
Right? Those national games, games in which it's in a cup situation, games in which they're playing the Thunder, he knows the right things to say.
But if you
right?
if you're a pro from 14 already, yeah?
Exactly. No, he's been
Luka?
LeBron, Luka, they're all the same. They understand
Pressure in the moment.
the gravity of the moment.
Yes.
Yeah? He is mature enough to go, I'm still going to get mine. I can start on the bench, and actually that might elevate what I'm showing and what I have. There's certain players who actually just can't play like that. There's certain players who need the ball in their hand. There's certain players who I've seen and coached personally who, if you don't start them, you won't get the necessary stuff that you need out of them. It's just there's a mentality piece in that. And so I don't think it's a one size fits all. I think that Coach Mitch is lucky to have a mature professional since 14.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he's maximizing it, and kudos to both of them for being able to do it.
But how well did he manage that though?
How well did
Victor.
Wimby
No,
or Mitch?
coach.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Both.
I think he
Yeah.
managed really
Excellent.
well on his return. Yeah.
100%. I think he was
Because
fantastic.
to ride the times when you were, to say like, even though we are down 8, 10, 12,
I'm not going to freak out.
we're not going to.
Yeah.
I still think
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should have started him in that final though.
Yeah.
But it's,
It's actually
But
one of
also-
those
also-
questions. That's hard, man.
so it's
But
easy
also,
to
yeah,
say
squad,
that,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy to say that. huh?
Yeah, but hindsight
But-
is 2020.
But what if it goes wrong?
Yeah.
What if
Then
it-
you're
so
the
he,
bad guy.
Yeah, because what if he re-injures and now he's out for the season? Now what?
But wait, I don't think that there is a. Oh, that's a wrong.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't think there's a wrong in taking him off the bench again, right? Because you already won.
No,
Yeah?
of course not.
So you do it again, and let's say you win again, amazing. But if you lose, right, it keeps everybody in that squad humble.
Yes.
You haven't won anything yet. We haven't even won a trophy yet.
Yeah.
Right? How many playoff series have we won?
Yeah.
Right? And so everybody stays humble, everybody stays focused. It's almost like it's a win-win
It's a
situation for him
win-win,
either
yeah,
way,
sure.
right? It'll be if he started him, actually there's a potential lose in that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Let's shift over to the East. Now, Detroit are still number one, Kirk. How the hell is Detroit still number one? Is it because the East is weak, or because Detroit is just great?
A bit of both. But Detroit, they are a grimy, gritty, fucking.
They mean.
Just, yeah, they just a tough team. And they, their second unit, they look like a bunch of guys that don't know how to play basketball. They're fumbling the ball, they're jumping and passing, they're doing such unorthodox things. And yet their bench scores like it's going out of fashion.
Do you think that's confidence from how the team has been playing? Because you know when your team's doing well and everybody's making shots, all of a sudden
I think that's just everybody playing their role.
Okay.
And executing their offense to the letter of the law. It looks sort of uncomfortable and it looks like a lot. You just need to watch them to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They look uncomfortable, they look unorthodox, they look out of sorts, and yet the ball goes in.
Yeah.
They find the ball finds its way into the net. But then when Kate Cunningham comes on, everything just settles down and fucking
But I
people
like-
just slot into
Yeah.
a different sort of rhythm. They played very well. They've got a wide range of players, and they've got these superstars that know how to execute.
I like that you said actually that unorthodoxness, because they do. Their plays often look like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But there's the back cut and
Is it offense by accident?
No.
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 No,
Does it
no.
look like it?
looks like it.
Can I make an example?
Yeah.
They are the South African rugby team of the NBA.
Tell us why.
It's a strong thing.
That is, are they the Bulls or are they the Stormers?
No,
well, they're the
both.
Stormers now.
Both. So look, just for those who don't watch South African or any rugby, right? Our rugby teams play in a league with Irish teams, Welsh teams, Italian teams, Scottish teams.
The URC though.
In the US.
And the invest.
Yeah, and there is an absolute culture around the South African teams are bigger, stronger. When they win a little bit ugly, right? It doesn't look quite as slick. It doesn't look as sexy, but they win and they win consistently. They'll be in finals, and they are always going to bully their position. Yeah, and actually that's exactly what Detroit does. Yeah, they are bigger than the other teams.
Yeah.
They are longer than the other teams. They don't win sexy. It's not a Spurs. We're gonna throw the ball around. It's not even a Thunder in which we have this one superstar. Actually, they are tough as nails. And if you're gonna win, you're gonna feel it the next day, right? And every now and then they're going to need a big moment from a superstar, and they will have a Cade.
Yeah, they got it.
Or a Jalen
got it.
Ivey,
Yeah.
right? Somebody who can win you the game. And that's exactly the same formula as the South African rugby teams. Bigger people, they don't mind throwing those elbows, they don't mind getting into a fight, they're ready to meet you wherever your energy is, right? But from a skill perspective, if they really need somebody to put it across the line, they've got it.
There's one or two guys there.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Nice analogy.
Nice, nice. Look at Timmy being all organized. I'm not
I
talking about Dallas. I didn't.
But I spoke soccer.
Dallas is
I spoke
man.
rugby. I spoke
Yeah.
rugby.
It's 20 We're waiting for that.
Just wait for
Stevie.
in my Cape Town.
Yeah. Stevie, the Knicks
The Knicks.
won the FA Cup of basketball.
The Knicks are
Did you want to sit a little closer to this
the
way?
Knicks are number 2 in the East.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's number 3? The
And there's the Celtics here.
What are our expectations? I know it's the Celtics. What are our expectations of the Knicks and the Celtics this season? I said not much. I mean,
Knicks and the Celtics.
yeah. Well, the Knicks.
Well, they both picked Knicks to
in-
make the finals.
In comparison,
Yes,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
I still think Knicks are going to go further than
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
My essay
I believe-
analogy is
Yeah, out the window.
Yeah.
I gave a good analogy, but actually,
Never mind
I'm
the
still
Knicks
putting
won't.
my money on the Knicks.
So
Because they're the All Blacks.
the point that I'm trying to make
Because
is
Brunson was a man.
Sorry,
My bad, sorry.
Yeah.
the Knicks and the Celtics with one game difference in games played. They're second and third with like a very identical record at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Mm.
which is very different because I mean, like I mentioned the last time, I was like, there's not much expectation of the Celtics this year. The
It's like
Knicks,
playing a house money.
And that's great.
and
Yeah,
that's
that's
great.
good.
And the Knicks, I
That's
mean,
fine.
what is the expectation of the Knicks?
No,
They must
if
win.
You put in your money on
if
that.
they don't get to
Conference
The
finals.
conference finals,
Conference
it's a failure.
finals, yeah.
That's
Right?
right,
In fact, some probably will judge them if they don't get the finals final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Probably
they
fine.
don't put up a showing in the finals,
Yes.
there'll be
So then
jerseys
these-
burnt in
so-
fucking New York.
Bing bong.
So we agree that the Knicks need to make it to the finals, and the Celtics are overachieving at the moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
But is that the East? Is that because it's the East?
No.
No,
the East is so shaky.
Remember,
because you look at
remember you're talking about a very recent NBA champion.
and we are.
Yeah.
So
In the mix with two really good teams.
I mean, yes, the franchise was the Eastern, was the champion, right? Their best player isn't playing,
yeah.
right? And because their best player wasn't playing, they were fine to get below the salary tax,
Mm-hmm.
right? And send a lot of the fringe players that were part of their championship team away. They
Okay.
kept the core for sure.
Okay, so
Yeah, but my point is they are overachieving without doubt.
yeah,
I think it's fun for whoever is a Celtic supporter.
it's fun
Right.
for Jalen Brown as well.
It's
Because
fun for
he
Jalen
knows
Brown,
he's only-
yeah. But
Yes.
if Tatum doesn't come back
So
and,
that's
they,
my
and they
question.
hit the playoffs, right? I wouldn't put
Look,
in
they're
the
gonna,
finals.
of course they're going to struggle in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
But the
if
point is, it's not because it's a cut Eastern Conference.
yeah. So if
Yeah,
if
that's
the,
what he's saying. Yeah.
if let's say the way it's set up, it looks like the Celtics can make it into the second round, and there's a potential of Jason Tatum coming back. Do you
No.
you bring him back?
Good question. Good question.
Because
I don't know, pause.
Okay.
You the coach. Me. Do you bring him back? You must know.
The coach or the owner?
I was about to say, it's not up to me.
You the coach.
I would say yes.
The coach. The coach is bringing him
what
back.
does Brad Stevens do? What does Brad Stevens do?
Oh, the manager.
Yeah, what does Brad Stevens do?
Kirk, you the coach of the Boston
Yes.
Because
Celtics.
he
You
as
are in
great as
the
Joe
second
is,
round.
Joe's bringing him back.
Jason
brother.
Tatum
You think he
is
is?
healthy.
Joe
The team is playing well. Do you play Jason Tatum?
Was it Brad Stevens?
Can we take a step back? Can we remember, right? I think it was Tatum that went down. Tatum went down on the opposite side of the court, right? And I have a clip of Joe going, get up! Get the fuck out! Don't help him! Get the fuck out!
Very different guy. So if the way it runs, you know, in the season, you know, post All-Star break.
Wait. So you're saying we conference finals?
No!
Semi-finals.
Second round.
Second round.
I'm not getting the conference final. Sure, but
You slow down as well. It's amazing what a couple of weeks can do. Eh?
But let's get back in.
And Brandy's.
Yeah. Second round.
Yes.
Do you start, as they would term it, ramping Jason Tatum up to a return? Because you don't just return, you're going to ramp up.
Great question. Because you're stuck. You're stuck. What do you do?
So what are you?
I wouldn't bring him back.
Okay.
wow.
wouldn't
I didn't expect that from you.
because of the fact, unless
The downside, I wouldn't bring it back either in case you are wondering.
because
No one
at that level, nobody asked.
Ask me.
He was getting there. You forced your voice. He started with me.
Yeah, it's
He
going to
was
come down the
ramping his
line.
way up.
He was ramping up.
You're nippy. Please, nippy.
Is he? Yeah, that's it.
You're nippy sausage.
Because at that stage of the at that stage of the season, the margins are so fine.
Yeah.
It's a risk reward sort of thing,
Yeah.
and I don't think, me personally, I wouldn't gamble on a risk that has a high chance of failure. Because like you said, they've moved a bunch of pieces on. So the number of guys that can just easily fall into a rhythm with him is less. And again, that margin for failure becomes finer. So I think the margins are too fine. So I wouldn't bring him back.
I would bring him back for the confidence and everybody else.
Maybe.
For the fear.
Just for everybody else. Yo, he's back.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to score 25. I just want him
But
to
that's
score.
the expectation, though.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
That's the expectation.
That's how he busted his Achilles the first time around.
I'm gonna go with. He seems to be the mature enough player to not need to be,
I disagree.
for lack of a better word, LeBron.
I disagree.
Because he is on his lead up to winning, right? He was criticized for not taking the final shot. He was criticized for facilitating the good shot. It has clearly been Jalen's year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is no doubt that if they get into the second round, it will be because of Jalen.
Yeah.
Right? Tatum doesn't look like the superstar that requires him to be the guy in the limelight. There's nothing in his entire career that has shown that he's that person.
Selfish.
So if he comes back, he is one of the very few superstars that I reckon could come back and not spoil it for everybody else. Because he's not as, he takes the right shot, he goes to the right place, he plays the right form of defense. If the athletic team says actually he's fine to come back, he is maybe one of a handful of superstars who I go, man, bring this guy back. Right? That makes so much more sense. And because the reality is, if you are not bringing him back because he's gonna mess up the flow of everybody who's there, I'm like, actually, he's not Luka. Luka will do that. He's unlikely to do that.
Yeah.
Right? If it's about injury, if your athletic team has said, hey man, this guy's actually ready to come back, then how different is it from coming back in the first game of the second round or game 32 of the season? That risk is that risk.
Your risk of re-injury at 9 months and at 12 months is like significantly different.
Cool, but then
For
that
the
athletic
Achilles.
team should
Yeah,
make
they obviously decide
it
that.
shouldn't
Yeah.
it shouldn't then be about whether you're gonna win or lose or whether
Yeah.
you'll re-injure. If the question is, hey man, he's ready to come back, should you bring him back or not?
Yeah.
Well then in my opinion for him,
Yes.
right, I'll give him everything about his character and about the way that he's played and his career history and the culture of that club
So-
says that seems like the safest bet to bring him back.
So remember, when you come back, you're not going to come back and play 35 minutes a game, right? You're going to come back 20 minutes a game, minutes restriction, and trying to introduce that into the playoffs for me, it just feels like
Forced.
Yeah, it feels.
Because
There was a team that did it recently,
Yeah.
and it
San
failed.
Antonio, San Antonio, and they beat the Thunder.
yeah, but that's in
No,
the NBA
man.
Cup.
No,
It's a game that meant something.
I-
to
but-
the
but-
player.
but-
I'm
but-
talking
but-
playoffs. I'm talking
Well,
playoffs.
that-
I'm not fucking.
Well, that being
But hold on, but playoffs or cup, right? Was
Yeah.
it a game that people cared about winning?
the cup that did, I enjoyed watching
They
the cup
did.
because
They
it was
cared.
played with a wild, with a good intensity. I agree. So maybe my Snyder, the cup is no well placed.
They cared, they put in effort, they were wanted
Who are you
to do it, they
referring
had
to?
the strength.
Who are you referring to?
I'm referring to a team in the playoffs. In the last 2 or 3 years, there was a team that brought a player back from injury in the playoffs, and they lost. They didn't make it to the finals. And I can't
I'm gonna go with the
remember. I
76ers.
can't remember.
But I suppose my point
John
was,
and Beetle for me.
did that player re-injure themselves? Or
No,
did
no,
it-
no, not at all.
It screwed up the rotation of play.
Yeah.
And I acknowledge that. I was like, if that is what you're worried about, fair. I'm just going, Jason Tatum seems to be the player and the person that is least likely to do that. Now you still might look at it and go, it's gonna screw up everybody else. And then you make the call.
Yes.
Right?
Because everybody needs to make an adjustment. So Jason Tatum is back. I'm not taking as many shots as I used to. Derek White coming off, ooh, must I pass this? Must I shoot this? You know?
I think
Interesting.
obviously the biggest person whose usage goes down is Jalen Brown at the end of the day.
I would assume that actually his would remain exactly the same.
You think?
And,
Yeah.
and Pritchard's would go down. And then I'll ask you, if you were a
Doesn't
Celtics fan,
matter.
yeah, if you were a Celtics fan and you were in the second round of the playoffs, actually would you be okay with that? Yeah.
You'd live with
My
one
guess
chicken
was-
missing.
Cool.
Let's move on. That's enough for the Celtics.
Fuck
Sorry.
myself.
I want to go back to the West.
Let's put out
I wanna go back to the
multiple
West.
Celtics stops on today.
Yeah. So,
multiple.
They have the best 10-game record in the last 10 games, just saying.
Only Stevie cares.
yeah. The Western Conference, outside of OKC, from 2 probably down to 8 agents, is
Tight as a
it's
squirrel.
so difficult to
It's a
choose.
cluster.
Yeah.
Cluster muck.
From
Muck.
Minnesota to the Lakers to Houston to second Denver's playing amazing. I just want you 3 of you to give me one team. So there's OKC, and who's the second best team for you and why? Who's the second best team in the West? Because there's so many you can choose from, but I want you to choose one. I'll go first. I'll go first.
Can we, and then you
Why
can't
not
just say
go
one.
first?
Then
Why
we
not
can't
go
just say.
first? And we don't
I'm
want to
going
choose
to
your...
say Minnesota.
Okay.
Right? My reason is
Good
I'm
choice.
waiting there
That was
just-
surprising.
deliberate.
Never saw that coming.
I think Anthony Edwards is a grooming megastar. I think where he's finding his feet, he's really
That
young.
sounds so wrong.
I told you it's a P. Diddy episode.
Along with, they are 5 to 7 guys who've played together for a long time. In an NBA where you don't really get that longevity in squads, everybody knows their role. Of the 7-8 players who will play the most minutes, everybody knows what they must do. And they are in a Western Conference that is extremely competitive and it's difficult for them. I think if Minnesota's team was in the East, they'd be number 1. Yeah, they are really good. But that's my pick. I think they go far. I think they are the type of team I would follow and watch. They play exciting basketball. And I think Anthony Edwards can do it. I don't think he's going to win the whole thing because there's just too many teams in the West that's better. But that's my team I'm going to follow all the way through and I think can do well. To me, one team and why?
Can I go before to me?
Yes,
Thank you.
let's go. Let's go.
Let them go.
Boston Celtics are not in the West.
A full, healthy Denver Nuggets.
Yeah. Why?
They've been there before.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic is arguably on another MVP year.
Best.
He's the best player
Best,
in the world.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon creates a matchup nightmare for a lot of other
Yeah.
people.
And he's
if
back.
he's
back.
and if he's your third guy, especially the way he's shown like glimpses of shooting
Of
really
range.
well, of range, he can defend really well, he can defend big, he can defend small. And I think there's something to be said for having been there and done that before.
Agreed.
And mature. Gordon's coming off the bench,
100%, yeah.
even with Jokic not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The team is mature.
Yeah.
And I mean now with Aaron Gordon back and Jokic out, Jamal Murray gets to play a bit. You know,
Jamal Murray.
He gets to
He gets to Jamal Murray.
He gets to Jamal.
Yeah,
He gets to Jamal.
Murray.
You know,
Yeah.
he gets to Jamal. You know, and then you take the So
Okay.
and
Denver.
then and then okay,
One team.
and then what? Okay.
You want to say one more thing about Denver?
No.
No, then
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me one team and why.
Let him go. Because,
I mean, we know who he's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm being magnanimous.
Yeah.
Good. Magnanimous.
Unanimous.
One team and why.
That could what?
One team and why. Kirk.
No, but I wanna what? That can make the finals?
What's your why?
Now,
that you like
there's OKC,
Yes.
who's the number one best team.
Yeah.
We all believe they are going to the Western Conference Finals. Who is the next team that's playing against them?
Oh, so
and
who's gonna make the
why?
conference finals against
And
them?
why you think so?
Woo! I was gonna go Denver, but I can't go Denver anymore. So the next best option, I would go Houston.
That was my.
I can't go Houston
that
because
was my.
I thought you were going to go Spurs.
No, I was going to go Houston as well.
Too soon for Spurs.
okay, why?
I love the
Why the Rockets?
Rockets are dope.
Why is it too soon for the team that made the finals of the NBA Cup?
No, that's knockout. That's knockout.
We've just argued for the NBA
So
Cup.
did
before this,
you
by the
see
way.
did you see how they played in the finals?
Who?
The
Spurs.
Spurs? Yes, I did.
They looked like a young,
They
inexperienced
they
team.
look. But that was the same argument that people had for OKC last year.
Yeah.
But they pulled it together.
But they
After
the year before.
2 years
but
of
also
taking
the
the
year.
credits, yeah, after 2 years of
They didn't
So is this Spurs' first year?
this is Spurs'
First.
credits year.
Okay.
Because remember, Wemby didn't play playoffs last year. He got the
Yeah.
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 TNT.
yeah.
And,
Okay.
The season ended prematurely.
And it was Steph's rookie year. Castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Yeah. So this
And
is
this
their
is Harper's
first. This is
first
their
year.
first real
This
run into the
year,
playoffs.
they- okay.
Yeah. And I think they're going to get some carrots.
Back to you. Okay.
I mean, we've spoken about the Rockets a few times. The size, they got KD. Sengun is an amazing mini Jokic. They just, I think they are
Awesome.
second best big man passing in the league.
But best passer.
Yeah.
Second best big man, but like best
Best
passer.
passer. How can you be the second best? But
No, not the
in a
second
category, but the best overall. That doesn't.
So
that's
like in
saying LeBron's
passing
No,
for
no.
big men from Europe is the best.
still disagree.
good. Still doesn't make sense.
Coach Atherton, I'll quote
But
you on that.
anyway, Houston Rockets are my choice to make the conference finals with OKC.
Do you know what the best thing about that shout out
Tell me.
is the fact that it became more obvious once the second best big man passing
From Europe.
from Europe.
From you,
right,
there's a cut for wrong passing.
Child Mary.
got injured. Because you know what they stopped doing? Right? And this is why I disagree with your Minnesota call. Right? Is because at the end of the game, they were losing games because they kept on giving it to Sengun,
Right.
who brought them to the point of winning and then would do something
Stupid.
stupid because he's young and inexperienced and all the same reasons that you were throwing at the Spurs exist there. And the
Yeah.
second he went out, they started giving it to KD.
Yeah.
And what happens when you give KD the ball at the end of the game?
It's a bucket. They win. Get bucket.
He gets
You can
bucket.
see- you can
and then
see
you know
the
after he gets the
promised
bucket,
land.
he tells everybody. Then he just
What do you think was going to happen?
Can I just say, can we take a stop there? Right?
Yeah.
I love the fact, it was either last night or the night before.
Portland.
I think it was, yes, Portland.
Aberdeen.
Portland, right? So they end up.
Wait.
Wait. No, look here. They end up losing the game.
Yeah,
right?
they used Rockets last.
But the
year.
part that I love about what happened there is that Portland went up 3 points, and I think there was 9 seconds left, right? And they got the ball inbounded. KD got the ball, and now he's passing the coach from Portland. And the reality is that if you're 3 points up and it's 9 seconds to go, you are unfortunately incentivized to foul.
Yes.
Yeah, which sucks because that's a shitty thing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they fouled him right in front of the coach. And KD turns around and looks at the coach and he says, "That's weak." Yeah. He says, "That's weak. Play it out."
Because this game's done.
Play basketball. Right?
Yeah.
I loved everything about that moment. Right? And they almost did win the game. It was a late touch, half a millisecond the other way, and they win the game. I thought that was cool. I
And
also
the putback, huh?
the putback.
Yeah.
Putback, yeah.
Eason. Totally Eason.
Yeah. But KD being on that team, KD looking happy on that team.
It's a big different KD this one, huh?
That
KD's
is-
trolling. KD's trolling. KD's making moves.
If my team had Houston in the playoffs, I would be very, very,
I'd
very,
100%.
very, very worried.
Because besides that, they also have that Detroitness in them.
Yes.
Yes.
They smash mouth in your face
100%.
with a guy who can
With
get it done.
Yeah.
Said, huh?
Yeah.
Like, he'll punch you and kick you
Yeah.
and all that.
He come on some VP.
Yeah. And then we pass it to
Yeah.
a bit more eloquently to Sasha Feinberg. Who is a Western Province player, by the way. You know what I mean?
I like what you done
Just to
there.
bring it back. Just to bring it back.
You never picked your team.
Yeah.
There's no one left in the world.
I mean, he was in a big man
Look.
from the beginning.
Look, I was gonna go
Big
Denver.
Lakers.
I was gonna go Denver.
We all were gonna go. I mean, that's obvious.
It's
I'm
obvious.
going first.
Sorry, not the obvious.
No,
You
but
just
it's
take your pick.
No, but it's the
No, it's the right
the
pick.
logical
It's
pick.
the right pick. Denver was the right pick.
Yeah.
And if you weren't gonna go with Denver,
You get
right?
sacked. and then
I
go
think
Houston.
I think Houston was a great pick. Yeah, I think so. I agree with both of these guys. They know what they're talking about.
But if we
Right.
had to twist your arm,
Because we talked about the Spurs, right? We should go with the Spurs.
Right.
Yeah. But actually,
Emotions.
Are you ready for it?
Emotions.
The Lakers.
Emotions.
Emotions. The team that
Ask
is actually
Mariah.
the team that has punched all of them in the face, including the Thunder. Phoenix Suns.
Didn't see that coming.
That's
Plot
the end of the
twist.
episode.
Plot twist. Plot
Phoenix Suns.
twist.
I love Devin Booker, but come on.
Yeah.
I have never said anything good
I agree
about
with
this
that.
year's Phoenix Suns.
I agree with that.
I have said nothing good.
Yeah.
I had no belief in them, and to be fair, I still have no belief in them.
but I'm just gonna throw a spanner in the works.
But the reality is that there's something about Dylan Brooks, there's something about Devin Booker, there's something about the way that the team has come together. I don't know if it's a us against the world type mentality, right? But they have been surprisingly, legitimately good. So do I think that they're going to make the finals? I don't. Do I think that they are gonna make lots of ructions in the playoffs? Probably not. But if you're gonna go and watch a team, because you always ask us at the end, who should you watch, right? Who should be that hippie pick? Right now, for the next couple of weeks, right? The hippie pick has got to actually be the Phoenix
They're all
Suns.
fun to watch, bro.
I mean,
Dylan Brooks is such an irritation.
They
but
need to fight.
I would pick him.
yeah. Did you see him almost
Yeah.
pick a fight with Steven Adams?
Crazy.
So Steven Adams,
Arguably the strongest man in the NBA.
arguably the strongest man in
Obviously,
the
it's the most stupid
NBA.
thing to do in your career.
Yeah.
A previous, they were teammates, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna.
I actually didn't really like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I didn't really like him.
How awesome is it to watch him?
Yeah.
Great. That's great.
It was even more awesome to watch him and LeBron roll in that Suns Lakers game.
Yeah.
That really was not an ejection, yo.
Fellas, thank you very much. I don't think there's anything much more to talk about. Unless you guys want to share your thoughts on Trae Young and the big trade.
Do you want to pretend that Charlie's here?
Shout out Charlie, he was supposed to be on the episode today.
From New York.
Yeah.
Back in Africa,
Bing
back
bong.
in African
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Bing bong. He decided to do his hair instead of coming.
Yeah.
That's
Just
so
for those who don't know, what does the Trae Young trade mean?
Absolutely nothing to know.
Yeah. So Trae Young played for the Atlanta Hawks. He was traded to the Washington Wizards, and it's
What trades are you wishing would happen?
Yo, there's too many.
There's too many. There's too many.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is your hopeful preferred?
Luka to Dallas. And the violence keep.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Who is the one player that shouldn't be in their team right now?
Oh, who is
The one player that shouldn't be.
LeBron in the fucking Lakers.
Really?
I think Giannis shouldn't be with
The Bucks.
Milwaukee.
Really?
Yeah, he needs better.
No,
Does he
he
deserve
should be
better?
there. Like 3 others should be there as well.
Yes, yeah.
Giannis needs to be with another big.
If he had
Two
enough,
superstars.
if he had a superstar or not, he wouldn't leave.
I
Like,
think
that is-
I think Joel Embiid shouldn't be on the
Yeah.
on the basketball court.
Does CP3 deserve better?
Yes,
Does CP3 deserve more?
absolutely.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
Why doesn't Houston have him on the team? Like, wouldn't that be a great fucking fit?
Yeah, dude.
But
Actually, yes. He made
KD.
fucker.
Yeah.
But I reckon-
KD and Ime on the same.
But I reckon they all
Sort
see the
of,
world. I think they see the world the same way.
I
Those
think they
guys are
do, right?
on edge. Put in the effort. We are ballers. The integrity of basketball. Maybe not marriage. You know.
Or relationships.
But you know what? All three of
But
them.
basketball-wise,
That is a
they are
fucking-
savants.
That is a boiling pot of.
Yeah, it's asking for too much. It's
Is it?
like, I think if you hit, you know what a speed wobble is? If you hit a speed wobble with the three of them,
It could either
No, but then-
it could
but-
either
but
work
then
out
it's just
fantastically well
Yeah.
or it
But I
could go
think-
down in a fucking.
but I think
mono phase.
unfortunately for CP3's history, it's more likely going to end in a ball of flames. Anyway,
He was
Although-
he was beloved in Houston previously.
he was.
Although,
I mean, they had
if you put CP3 on that Houston team, I have to take them off my list of making
The finals. Yeah, shame.
were they not up?
The anti-leprechaun.
Yeah.
Were they not? Was Houston not up 3-2 against the Golden State Warriors where he had his hamstring?
He was up 3-2 in many series.
They
Him and Doc.
They were up 3-1.
Him and the Clippers.
They were up 3-1 against Golden State Warriors when he got his hamstring.
But again, that's him not being there.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, they don't need him to be the starting
To be
point
that
guard.
CP3.
They just need him to help Coach Reed,
Yes.
right, while the beard is out. That's all they need. Like, you talking about one of the
So he deserves better, we agree.
you talking about one of the best 5-point guards ever.
No,
You saying he can't add value as a vet, which is what he was trying to do with the Clippers,
Yes.
right? For Reed Shepherd.
Yes.
That's
Come
crazy.
on,
While Fred's injured.
I agree. Yeah.
Come on.
Perfect. Would have been perfect. Yeah. We are back, and Charlie has made it. Welcome,
Big
Charlie!
Yo.
Charlie is an old friend of ours. He's been playing basketball. Actually, introduce yourself. How long have you been playing basketball? What's your journey? Quickly.
I don't know how to bounce a ball, but I'm happy to be here.
Lies.
You have to slap heads.
Yeah.
Don't edit that. Anyway, I've been playing basketball with these guys since the early 90s, so I'm happy to
Not
be
me,
here.
not
You know,
me. Yeah,
and
he
this
was-
guy
he was-
since once in the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And he beat me good, so it was fine. It was fine. Everyone's a friend now. Everyone's a friend now.
Possible.
Okay, Charlie.
The P90 episode is done.
My bad.
Charlie, we've given our thoughts on the NBA thus far, and we just really want your opinion on a couple of games.
Ooh.
I'm going to leave the New York conversation for afterwards, but let's just quickly, we've picked our teams.
Yeah,
in the
I
West.
can't talk anything about the Mavs, so.
You're okay. We got
We've got the
some.
Mavs covered. We've got the Mavs covered.
Alright, cool.
Winning. Okay, so do you agree that OKC are the number 1 seeded West team and should go to the finals?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Now,
Check.
who is the second team that should go to the finals that you think are going to play OKC in the Western Conference Finals?
Oof.
And why?
Oof. The silly answer that I would like to give would be like the Spurs.
Mhm.
However,
It's not silly.
However, because of the rivalry that's developing between these two teams, but I really feel as a pedigree, as a team that's already been in the playoffs, that knows how to do it, Denver still has what it takes.
Yeah.
Because you have pretty much the best player in basketball right now who can still help propel his team to get there.
Yeah.
So,
Best passing big man.
best passing everything.
Second best passing big
You
man
know,
from Europe.
the best
And
big man.
And when he's not on the court, he's the best man on the track too. So like, there's a lot of things that he's looking forward to in order for him to enjoy his summer.
Yeah.
So honestly speaking, I don't know if OKC can do it again, but I believe that they will. But Denver for me is a dark horse coming out of the West. In fact, to even take the whole thing, Denver is a dark horse.
We all agree. We all actually agree. We all say Denver is a really, really good team. I picked Minnesota. Yeah, he went with Phoenix Suns.
Oh
No,
That's what I said.
wait,
That's a sleeper.
no. For context,
please.
we went him, me, and him, and you couldn't pick
The
what
same
other
team.
people
Same
had
team.
picked.
And
So,
actually,
like-
he already picked Minnesota.
And we went
Okay.
Minnesota,
And he picked
Denver,
Yeah.
Houston.
Rockets,
Houston.
yeah.
You, but that is a
Yeah.
And before that, we
that
spent
is
the previous 10 minutes talking about the Spurs.
And that was
genuine.
Well, can we just shout out?
The Spurs
Can we
is
just
good.
shout out how great the Rockets look this season?
Yeah, man.
Tell us why the Rockets are great.
I have absolutely no idea how quickly they've formulated such a cohesive, team that looks like all of a sudden they're not just a playoff contender, but they're a team that could triple, win more than one series basically to go all the way to the finals. But again, I feel like picking the Rockets with an unproven team that's actually done something in the playoffs, because OKC, in order to get there, they did something, they failed like slightly higher up in the playoffs, and then you're like, okay, cool, now they had experience. Then they had the NBA Cup like stunt against the Bucks, then at least they had a deep run in something else, they had their reps. Like the Rockets, they don't have reps yet. Like KD is KD, but they don't have reps yet.
So guys, this is purely off the cuff. This man, we have not prepped anything. This man is speaking his soul.
Oh.
He's hitting it on point.
Yeah,
on
let's keep going.
point,
Let's
on
keep going.
point.
Okay.
Denver hot ticket. Houston hot ticket. OKC is number one. What are your thoughts on the Lakers?
Well, I would like to just go back to Minnesota. That was a great pick.
I was gonna get to Minnesota.
Yes.
Give me the Lakers.
No,
Don't be peer pressured.
Don't be peer pressured.
No.
Speak from
No.
the soul.
Listen to them.
No, I'm not being peer pressured.
Fuck that
It's
bullshit.
it's just that I don't know what the Lakers are.
Yes.
I really don't know what the Lakers are.
How far do you think they can make it?
It's the Lucas.
Because you know what Luka can do. We've seen what Luka can do on his own.
And you never bet against LBJ.
Oh, wait.
hang
So
on,
here's a question
hang
for
on.
you. Do you think the Lakers go further with or without LBJ?
I think they need Luka and LBJ, of course,
Okay.
but they need the supporting cast that could help them get there. Because we know in order, quote unquote, to win a title or to even contend deep, you need role players. You need the others in order to do that.
But I mean, with that currently constructed Lakers team, they are pretty good. Yeah. What do you think they?
I don't feel it in my soul for them.
Yeah.
I don't feel it in my soul. Like, Austin Reeves is a good basketball player, and he's shown us that he's good. He can get buckets. Hachura. He's great as well. Can get buckets, but there is something that doesn't appeal to me the same way that the Rockets look like they are doing right now. I don't know if it's coaching. I know what it is.
I know what it is.
That's
It's defense.
Sounded pretty racist, actually. Those two players. If you win with Laravia afterwards,
Who's number 12?
No, they got DeAndre Ayton.
To bring it back.
They got DeAndre Ayton.
it's convenient you mentioned it after I accused
Yeah.
you.
I'm still not quite sure what I'm being accused of.
Yeah.
I'm still not quite sure what I'm being accused of,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know about the Lakers. I don't know about the Lakers.
Okay, let's move on.
Can we just stop for a moment?
Yes, please.
Because nobody else. I just want to make sure we all understand that in that moment, Kirk effectively called LBJ Trae Young.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
He did. He was
Why
like,
are you putting words? I don't remember saying that.
Moving along. Moving along. He plays for the Wizards now.
You know?
exactly. Just like a lad, they were like, are we better or worse with him or without him? Because Liddy was like, well, are the Lakers better or worse with LBJ with or without him?
Anyway, speaking of Trae Young,
Anyway,
did you guys ever see that clip on Instagram where this guy is like trash talking him? It was like a summer pickup game.
Who? Trae Young.
He's been, and he's like, okay, cool. He's going in his ear. The guy dunks on Trae Young, and then he comes back. Trae Young is still a star. You know, if the Wizards ever get it right, when they move to Virginia, right? Maybe they do something decent. Like I don't know. You know, when you want to just move and change environment, and you move somewhere else. Maybe he should have gone to a contender, but I don't know who was going to take it for that cost of what they were asking for.
What cost?
For chips.
No.
For free. Look, I don't see...
No cost.
I see
no one
earlier.
wanted to take it.
Yeah.
But no one wanted to take it.
But again, it was one of those out of the blue things.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was a change of environment. Maybe he was tired of hot Atlanta. Sorry, cut that
Nico
one
was
out.
involved.
Huh?
Nico was involved. Nico.
The puppet
Let's stay focused. We're going to finish off with New York.
No,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll get
Finish
there.
off with New York. So I want your opinion on Detroit.
Ooh, I am so glad you asked me that question because I just want to tell you, I love what they're doing, but
Yeah.
I don't have a solid opinion on what that is going to be.
Okay.
Because last season, when I saw them play the Knicks in the first round, I got scared.
Yeah.
Because I said to myself, this team has potential to be something. But I'm not quite sure if this is a fluke or if this is real. I'm not quite sure if my eyes are deceiving me right now. But the way that they've come through right now, the way that Cleveland fell off, knowing fully well what Cleveland was doing last year, that it's the same thing. Maybe it's just like out of that division, someone has to come up and be like, we rep the Midwest, so I don't know what I'm seeing here, right? Because all I know is that a certain Tatum is coming back, you know, at some particular point for the Celtics, and if that does happen, he comes back at the right time. They're playing well. They're also in contention. They, you know, they're about 4-5 spots.
You watched the earlier episode.
I didn't watch that episode. Wait, how excited to see this game? So,
What are you saying?
so again, I think what the Pistons are doing in terms of making this NBA exciting, not just in the East, like all these young teams that are hungry and they're not playing with star names. You know, but every time, like, you know, you watch them this week, they play the next, and every time they're beating someone that's a contender.
Yes.
And the ball is moving, they've got energy, like dudes are like playing from a crouch position, you know what I mean? Like waving their hands like, come at me. And they are beating people. So it does give you like this sort of like, we're from OKC, when OKC were hungry, but OKC had little runs in playoffs that could, but okay, cool. There's a proof of concept. You know, like whatever they're doing there, it's working.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see them, but I was excited about Cleveland last season, and Cleveland is not around now. So once they do it again, maybe they do it in April. We'll talk after April.
Dark horse in the East. And then we'll get to the Knicks. So,
Dark horse in the East.
Detroit, best team.
Mhm.
Knicks, super contender. Who's your dark horse in the East?
I have to say I'm afraid of the Celtics because the Celtics don't have their best player, and
No, the
you
third.
can feel them breathing somewhere behind everyone's back.
So the question that we asked earlier on is if you're in contention as the Celtics and Jason Tatum is eligible to play.
Yes,
Safely.
yes, safely, yes.
Do you play him?
But it's the second round of the playoffs. And Tatum comes back. As a coach, do you play him?
If he's healthy and he's good to go, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Why?
Why? It's Jason Tatum.
Nah, my Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean Jalen is a fantastic basketball player, and I love Jalen. I think when the two of them are there together, everyone else feels like now they're playing with 20%. You know what I mean? 20% better than what they were before. And that is dangerous for me. Like that coaching job that's happening in Boston right now without their best player, they didn't start off well. You think they were going to tank the season, and then all of a sudden now they've figured it out. Now imagine putting that guy in there after all those guys have been doing so well. I think they scare me because
There's no mark that they've got to reach.
Yes.
Yeah.
And first I saw them beat the Knicks at the parquet floor, and I was like, yeah, maybe it's just a rivalry thing, you know, that they came up for this game, but the Knicks weren't ready for the energy. Cats fouling, but then and then I kind of flipped the channel. I saw them at another game, and I'm like, okay, this looks pretty serious. And then again, I just flipped to the channels again. There I see them, and then very steadily. Again, it's the coaching that's putting them in like good positions. Much the same way that I want to say that the Rockets are a fluke, but the Rockets are not a fluke. You know what I mean? The Rockets are figuring things out, and they're getting steadily better. You know, the Pistons are doing so well. Maybe it's a fluke. You know, but you can only say that in April because compared to what they were last season to now, wow. You know. So again, dark horse, Celtics. But I always put Miami as a dark horse.
Miami.
Yeah.
Because of who they're coached by.
Yeah.
He's just touching people next to you.
You know?
Yeah.
Because of who they're coached by.
Yeah.
Because like with them, if they get the right matchup, they can always hurt you. If it's
The thing about Miami is you see them and you're like, who's on the roster? And then you look at it, they're balling.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
crazy.
coaching.
Yeah.
And
Matchups also, eh?
Yeah.
Matchups in the playoffs are
in
different.
boxing they tell you that they make fights, you know. But over a playoff series, you have more time
Yeah.
to analyze your opponent.
Yes.
And what the Pacers did to the Knicks last season, like after that, like 90 seconds, and then all of a sudden you get shocked out of the first game. The next thing you know, like you wobbly in the second, and then something like that. You know, we won't edit that out. It's fine. You know,
Tell us how you feel about that.
Yeah.
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I think I'm saying how I feel about that. I think I said it. But like for example, those are my two dark horses. Purely because I'm mentioning that the leadership, you know, and the guys in the X and O's are so good at their jobs that they know how to make players better once they get on the floor because of work that they're doing maybe that we don't see on TV. You know. So I'm very, very impressed by that, and I'm scared, right, because of the expectation that like we are the New York Knicks has bang bong, like it's never been so high as what it is right now, and the levels at which, like, you know, I don't know whether to like quake and dance as if like, you know, I'm grabbing something on the floor because I'm so nervous, right? But I'm also excited because of the energy that's coursing through, the belief that now guys that was somewhat, you know, okay, cool. Listen, Mikal for me is the secret sauce to make this team better.
He was that for Phoenix.
Yes, when they went there
Yeah.
that year in 21.
Yeah.
But now, let me just finish my thought. Mikal also came to this team in a blockbuster deal. You know what I mean? Just to move from Brooklyn to the Garden. And you need a Mikal Bridges to be what Chris was for Giannis. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be every game, but it needs to be most games. And I mean 4 out of 5. And if it's a series,
One in every series type of thing.
no, 3. No,
It's a lot, huh?
no. I'm asking for 16 points, maybe at best 25.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not asking for 30-point games because we know he can explode and give you those. You're looking for a little bit of consistency because there are moments when the Knicks are struggling for a bucket, right? And then we all know, even myself. Exactly, right? Exactly. And I'm not talking about a cat bucket. You need someone else to relieve the pressure off him, right? So Kolek has stepped up now as that guy, right? When he's on the bench, Brunson, and then Kolek is able to move the offense.
He's been playing well, eh?
Oh my
He's been
lord!
playing so well.
You know, they call it the school of Brunson. So he's coming from the same academy. He's a lefty doing that. But for me personally, a guy that can help, you know, get buckets in that second, you know, somewhere second and third unit. It's him and Clarkson. But it has to be Mikal. It has to be Mikal because OG is gonna go crash the boards and get his buckets the way he's getting his buckets. Cat needs to like limit the fouls and not play with his motions. Like you need him to like do his thing, you know, and then the memes can go, ah! You know what I mean? And all that, and then we take the memes and whatever else, but like Cat will be Cat. Cat will be always good, right?
Yes.
Brunson will be Brunson. You know, OG is gonna be consistent for you. He is your yeoman. But really, in order for the Knicks to meet and then exceed expectation this year,
Yeah.
it has to be Mikel.
Okay.
So how similar is this roller coaster to your LFC roller coaster last year?
Okay. Now, mixing up those two sports, I really feel like last year was a pleasant surprise because I was expecting this season last season.
Oh wow.
Yes. I was expecting there to be a crash after like a big personality comes in.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like Thibodeau leaves this year for the Knicks,
Yeah.
and you're thinking to yourself, okay,
Yeah.
Mike's coming in, they're gonna be okay, blah blah blah, and then like they're okay, right? And then he makes them a little bit more solid.
Okay,
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
right? And it's happening quicker than. And normally, when you fire a guy that has something established, even if his rotation is 6.5, right? Even if you
5.5.
yeah, oh sorry, 5.5. Like you still thinking to yourself like those guys that are on the bench don't have the rhythm or the confidence in themselves, but clearly Mike's done something like like to get them feeling and believing in themselves. So that's the difference between the roller coasters. Like this is what I expected last season. Like the guy has equity now, and the coach for the Knicks has equity because he won a title.
Yes.
Oh sorry, he won a cup. I apologize. He won a cup, and now that's it's a cup.
It's a
No,
cup. I actually want to ask
He
you.
will start with another team.
Yeah, I want to ask you this.
Yeah,
So,
but he was a bench coach.
as South Africans, we watch the NBA, right? When New York won the NBA Cup, and New York hasn't won anything in such a long time, what was the city, as a New York native, what was the city like when New York won the NBA Cup?
Sort of like mixed emotions. I think younger fans and fans like myself who are transplants are happy that they can show that there's a proof of concept, right? Like this thing is working, there's belief. They're gonna like, it wets your palate, and then if I'm gonna use another sport to transition, like you look at Man City in the EPL, they would always win the League Cup en route to winning the EPL title because all the guys that are on the periphery are playing more in that. They're resting their regular guys, but in this situation, what it means is that now you are giving yourself some form of cachet, confidence to be like, yeah, we can win things. We can win things.
Yeah.
We can win things, right? So, but then the old fogies are like, it's a made up this, it's a made up. So like you hear people talking to you at the
And
delis.
sports fans.
Yeah.
So they
we're
just-
never happy.
They knocked
Never
the
happy.
cup. They knocked the concept of
Yeah,
the
of
cup.
course, they knocked the concept of but you know what it takes? It was nice for LA to win it, to give it cachet the first time round, But now I think New York also winning it gives it a different kind of cachet amongst younger fans, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That people knocking it and saying whatever it is, like ultimately it is something that you can hang your head on and say like, this is doing great. Like you're not going to please everybody. You might win a title and someone will tell you, like, you know what, I'm not happy, like your star doesn't. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You
You
want
want something, exactly.
You want it in the bubble.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's something. There's
Bubble
always
champion.
something.
Steph was injured.
There's something. There we go. There we go. You know,
Always something.
there we go. Fans were watching on like POV or HD, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, there were 3D fans. Who knows? Like something. There will always be an issue. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't go down with the mark next to it. It's a win. You know. So I'm happy that they won it. Right? And then you could ask 5-6 different fans. You might get like different answers. Some people might agree with you, but I think out of the 6, you'll probably get 4 out of 6 saying that it's a great thing.
Let's wrap it up. Your dark horse in the East. Your dark horse in the East. Your dark horse in the East.
Dark horse in the east.
I don't understand.
Go.
Otherwise, I'll be stuck with the
Yeah, so we go. Boom, boom.
You're lost,
Go.
okay.
Yeah. Dark horse in the East.
and I want
Yeah, no, I'll go first. I'll go first again. You
Ask
listen
the
to me.
question.
Listen to me.
You should have spoken.
My dark horse is Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, not such a dark horse. Green
That's my
horse.
dark horse. Just. Yeah,
I see what you did
It
there.
is the beat of the episode.
The dark horse to me.
The team I love, and I don't know why you didn't even mention them as an honorable mention as a team that you're worried about.
The Orlando Magic.
The Orlando
I knew
Magic.
he was gonna say
The
Magic.
Orlando Magic, man, because they are so tough. and they are so strong.
Yeah.
And they will bully teams off,
They
and
are.
New York doesn't like that, and Brunson doesn't like
There's
that
a
physicality.
thing. Is that not like an underlying tone at the moment in the NBA? Yeah?
That-
Just
Mosa.
fucking sorry. Just strong,
Rough.
aggressive, old school Detroit Pistons style.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not exactly to that extent, but just like a bit more
Yes.
grit.
Hard. Just
Yeah.
hard.
Just
Oh man,
Boston
is gonna
Celtics.
this is gonna go on for a little bit long. I'm so sorry. I don't want to give you a counter to that, but I have an answer for you. Please.
No, look at it.
No,
But let's get to it. Your dark
I'm
horse?
staying with the Celtics. I'm gonna live and
Okay,
die by that.
okay.
Yeah.
Your dark horse?
It's not such a dark. I mean, oh,
No, I think they
but-
go.
No, they are. They are. Without taking them, they are.
It's
If any of us took our own money out,
yeah,
and you could only bet on one team,
yeah.
I'm not gonna win the Celtics. I'm gonna bet on them. Celtics, no thanks.
like this season especially.
This season. No, this season.
That's what we're talking
But-
about.
but
So they are a dog.
My argument that I made earlier on, like in terms of expectation, like you think about like Celtics, Dark Horse, and then you got like New York Knicks, and they're like second and third.
It's true.
Exactly. That's why I say, how can they be dark as a third?
Yours?
Yo, if you had asked me this 2 months ago, I'd have said Chicago Bulls, but now I'm gonna have to say Miami Heat.
We are going deep into the darkness.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the definition of a dark
Of
horse.
course, yeah.
It's dark.
Escom. We're going into Escom territory. I'm thankful there's no load shedding this time.
Because
Yeah.
if it's not a dark horse, it's a contender.
I don't feel so bad about picking the Suns anymore.
Charlie?
The
note-
Miami Heat are the perennial dark horse.
I think so.
They actually are. They actually are, regardless of who they
They
have.
always make it in,
there.
and there's always
Make it into the play-in.
But there's
And
always
they find a way to
a
make it into the playoffs.
And immediately lose.
That's why they're dark.
And you know who they will knock out? They'll knock out like the Orlando Magic on their way.
Yeah.
Right? Not to, but that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
Or they'll catch
When the
like-
Magic should win.
They should
Yeah,
win.
you get Miami and then yeah.
Or Cleveland on the run that
Yes.
they are at the moment, they'll catch Cleveland in the play.
Yeah.
And-
Cleveland. Ish.
Spo
Backdoor.
draws you up matchups.
Spo.
Spo knocks you matchups from start to end.
Don't mock my pick.
Quickly on the Magic. Quickly on the Magic.
Yes.
They are so tough, and I love that about them. But the Knicks are equally tough,
Yeah.
right? And have a slightly better talent edge. And in the 2 games that I've watched, like seriously, the one game on the Sunday, and then the following week they were playing in the semifinals of the NBA Cup. The Knicks beat them on both, and like it was like a dogged matchup. But the Knicks have slightly better offense, so I'm not necessarily worried about them that way. But yes, they could be a dark horse against other teams that don't play that way. But OKC showed us you can be smooth and still be tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be smooth and still be tough. So I'm still looking maybe for Banchero and someone else in that team to light it up. And again, it kind of makes my point mute because I was saying earlier that the Pistons don't have a star, and we all are wondering like how are they doing it. But it is great. So what?
Kate is up. Can I say one
Please.
Yo, it's also something to argue here, guys.
Yeah,
This is how it goes.
Just so we're clear, I said that New York is going to come out the East.
Yes.
So I agree
Yes.
with those points
Yes,
that you
yes,
made.
yes.
Except, one, the Magic actually haven't had their full team together, playing together.
Mm-hmm.
Not this season, no loss.
Yeah.
Right? Even now, when you beat them, right, France wasn't playing. Yeah? Suggs may or may not have been playing 1 or 2 of those games.
He was playing in the second.
The second game.
And to be fair, Banchero hasn't been hot this year.
And he has been
And that's what I'm saying
poor,
about that.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying
Yeah.
about that.
So I actually think that they've got the talent edge. The Knicks are just experienced and they've been there and they're more mature and their offense is better.
Yeah,
For sure. They've got a far more balanced piece.
I feel like we
Yeah.
need to see a bit more magic from them
How?
in order for us to kind of be pulled in, and they, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Capture that.
Once they sprinkle that, then I'm gonna believe it because I know they got all the pieces. They got all the pieces. But again, I go back to what the Pistons have done compared to what they were last season. I don't know what they got right in Detroit that the Magic have to then do in order for us to see that. Because I felt like Cleveland had that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they got shooting. Okay, that's what the Magic were buying, and then that's it. Like, it's just clogged. Yeah.
Link
And
up!
if he doesn't hit it, he'll hit you.
No, the ball at you. And it's
I was just giving it back to him. Come on! I was just giving it back to him. You know? Come on, man. And the coach is like, I want to protect my player. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what happened there.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Charlie, thank you.
No,
Thank you
you.
for coming. Thank you for coming.
Yay.
Welcome to the NBA SA show, and we will have you back again very, very soon.
Because we're done, yeah?
Later in the show.
Because we're done.
Later.
Our foreign correspondent.
Yay! Thank you, Charlie.
Maybe one day when I get those NBA tickets, I'm reporting.